Michael Patrizzi is yet another example of a young racer who turned success in karts into a V8 supercar career. But instead of leaving his karting days behind him, Michael has a heavy involvement in the sport as team principal of Patrizzi Course Racing.
This is my passion. I've been quite fortunate to be able to start my team, Patrizzi Course. This form of racing, especially the CIK Stars of Karting, it's the pinnacle. And you're doing 30-lap races in the finals with soft, sticky tyres. So the guys are able to pass and pull off the moves and have the drive for the corner and have the horsepower to do it.
The list of drivers in the Patrizzi Course stable is a mix of championship hopefuls and drivers from his native WA and even his brother.
I'm able to give something back that karting's given to me. I've got an awesome driver, Kyle Ensby, who's winning the championship. I've got another really good driver, Daniel Curry, who's 7th in the championship at the moment. We can get sick. And I've got my brother who's having a lot of fun with it. And this is my passion, mate, and I come back here and I like to give back what is given to me.
Mike organises all our gear for us. It's all top quality stuff with, really good horsepower engines. Our engine builder Pete from Kalgoorlie helps us get our engines going really well, and put together with a good chassis. It all comes together very good. Puts a lot of effort in for us boys, myself, Kyle and Hayden, and I think with the results we get, it shows that he puts such good effort in, you know.
If I have Michael screaming at me in one ear and, you know, my old boy in the other, or Uncle Pete or whatever, I just, you know, take on what they're giving me, and I'm just here for the fun.
Well, on board now with Hayden Patrizzi as he starts this restart of final number 1, Jack, and another great start from Matthew Wall.
Yeah, it was a great start from Matthew Wall. He's done a great job to lead into turn 1, as we see a few karts missing now from that accident damage before. On board with Hayden Patrizzi here. See him on the gears. These karts are so much fun when you've got 6-speed gearbox, 125 cc's, nearly 50 horsepower these engines produce. It's great racing.
Yeah, great racing indeed. We can see Hayden Patrizzi working overtime. Right behind his Patrizzi Course teammate in Dan Curry there in this, the KZ2 specification category. And it's Matthew Wall, 11-time national champion is Wall. He's been around for many in a day, and this is his first race since 1997 aboard a CRG kart.
It's good to see Wally. He was racing karts when I first started. It's good to see him still there. Chris Hayes has put the move into turn 1, and the switchback now sees him drop back to maybe 4th.
Yes, that is the championship rivals of Kyle Ensby and Chris Hayes. There's 1 point separating them going into this race, and they're going at it like it's all or nothing.
This league group is absolutely having a cracking race. It's awesome to see the last race of the championship. And then everyone that's in the contention, they're racing hard. It's good to see.
Oh, they're racing extremely hard here. We can see Kel Tressiter back there in the 75 kart as well, as Hayes looks inside of Greenbury. Greenbury tries the cutback, doesn't quite make it stick, so Hayes up to 3rd. Now he's got his sights set on the blue top car in front of him, Kyle Ensby, as these guys are hitting 135 kilometres an hour around this circuit.
And you're only 10 millimetres off the ground, Lee. It's great. You know, the cars are so fast. Through that quick left-hand corner here at Todd Road track, as Hayes now in 3rd. He's got his sights on the kart in front. That's his championship rival, and you want to catch up to the back of him and work out where you can put a passing manoeuvre on him.
We look now at the reigning champion, Tyler Greenbury. It is very likely that he will have to relinquish that number 1 plate at the end of the competition here at round number 5 of the CIK Stars of Karting, presented by Castrol Edge. He's under pressure now from the 75 Kel's Karts and Parts CRG of Kel Tressiter, and Jason Pringle right there as well.
There's CRG's running line astern there, all 3 of them, probably similar setups in those karts, so they're all working on how they can catch up to the crew in front. Worley's still leading there, and it looks like Hayes is very close to putting a move on Kyle Ensby.
Yes, Hayes is now closed up to the back of the number 29 top kart there in 2nd place, as we continue to have a look at Greenbury holding off of Tressiter, who's only done a limited schedule this year after finishing runner-up for the last 2 years, as Hayes to the inside of Ensby. Ensby gives him 1 to go on with mid-corner, and these guys, there's no love lock between the 2.
It's great to see the 2 championship rivals having a cracking race for the championship. There's no better conclusion to the series, and Hayes will be very happy now to get into 2nd. Oh, as Greenbury's put the move on, contact, and he's turned him round.
Yes, that is the championship leader going to this event, Kyle Ensby. His race is done, and you'd almost say his championship hopes are done. Have a look at the replay, Jack.
So Greenbury's gone for the move on the inside. It's just locked the rear, brakes on the way in, a little bit of oversteer, and he's made contact with the back of the top kart. That's a shame. You never want to lose a championship that way. And Chris now, he would have had a look around and see that Kyle's out of the race, and he's just got to head down and get to the finish line.
Yes, now it means that Hayes has really just got to get to the end. We've got Hayes now in second place, Wall still leading. Then there's a gap back here for the guys racing third, fourth and fifth. The CRG of Tyler Greenbury leading the way. Tressida, he gives him one to go on for. They look like Greenbury may have missed the gear coming out of that corner.
Yeah, it definitely stopped all of a sudden on the exit of the corner. Normally you're flat out pulling through the gears, and he maybe had a hesitation, and it caught Tressida unawares and gave him a bit of a tap, but looks like no damage to any of the carts, and they're able to press on.
Lee Mitchell there right in behind Tressida on the Formula K kart. He's made a great transition into this chassis, been a very consistent runner this year as well. Midway through this first final, and Hayes, the speed on board, that Vodafone-backed energy kart is just amazing.
It is, absolutely. He's had tremendous speed, and he's caught right up the back of Matthew Wall. Be interesting to see if he can put a passing manoeuvre on, because Matthew's done a great job out in front. He hasn't put a foot wrong, and he'd want to win this first final.
Wall has had a bit of a up and down year. He showed some good pace at times, but in plagued by mechanical drama, he would love to finish this year off on a high and take a victory on his home event. There's no one that knows his track better than Matthew Wall, and this is his first race in a CIG for the gearbox category. And here comes Hayes.
Oh, he's put the move on. Hasn't really... Well, he has actually. He didn't really have it far enough at the inside, and look, he's had to relinquish that spot. He didn't really get the move done, and it wasn't on, but he's definitely got a lot of speed on board that Vodafone kart.
Yeah, Chris Hayes, he's got the speed on board, but he knows that all he's got to do now is continue to finish this race. He doesn't want to throw it away. His championship rival, we've seen his car sitting on the sideline. He's done and dusted, and Hayes, he can just finish in second place or even take the win. He will have one hand on the John Pizarro Trophy awarded to the winner.
It's funny, this, Wally's the old fox, and young Chris Hayes, he'll want to win the race, championship aside, he will want to win, and Wally's in the box seat here. He's obviously done a great job so far. He's got good speed aboard that CRG, and as you say, this is his home track. He would have done over 1 million laps around this circuit.
Yeah, Hayes was very fast in the lead-up event at the Sydney Melbourne titles at this very circuit. Now he goes for the inside pass on Matthew Wall. Wall looks to fight back, so they come into the fast left-hander. They're hitting about fourth gear in these 6-speed gearboxes. They go through that fast left-hander at over 100 kilometres an hour. And on the last lap now, it's Hayes who has now got that kart set up perfectly, coming over the top end of the circuit. And it will be Christopher Hayes who will take the victory here in race number 1 of the Pro Gearbox category. A great victory there for Chris Hayes. Matthew Wall crosses the line in second place. Lee Mitchiner, a great run for him in third, ahead of Jason Pringle. Kel Tressida will finish in fifth place, followed by John Grother, Daniel Carey, and Jason Faint will round out the top 8. After the break, we look at the final number 2 for Pro Gearbox.